Alright, what's up everybody? Here we are at the playground of the South, Buc-ee's. If you don't know, you need to know. So figure it out. Come down and visit. We'll tell you all about it. Yeah, so here we are. We are going to Outer Banks, North Carolina. It's the 4th of July weekend this weekend, and I took a couple days off work and a couple days off next week. Well, just one day really, but we get the 4th off as well. So I figured, how can I find a better time to do a, 1,500, 2,000 miles on the bike, go check out the Outer Banks, which I've been to many, many times, but not on my motorcycle. So that's going to be a fun adventure. It's kind of hot out here, and I left right after work today. Hadn't really had a lot to eat or drink, which is not always the best idea when you're going on rides in the heat. So that's why I had to stop at Buc-ee's. I had to get gas anyways, but I also just needed to get some water and get some food in my stomach. So we've handled that, we've got our gas, and we are ready to go. In front of this dude. So yeah, here we are, getting back on 40. Old 40. It is a very simple trip to get to Outer Banks, pretty much. I basically take 40 until I get to Raleigh, North Carolina, and then I just take one other highway all the way to the Outer Banks. So, pretty simple for me, but never boring. Lots of scenery changes between now and then, and you can't ever beat that. I love this drive in the car, but I love it even more on motorcycles. I love every trip more on motorcycles. So that's what we're doing. We are headed to Outer Banks. Yeah, it's gonna be a freaking weekend. We're gonna be grilling out. We're gonna be taking the boats out. They're apparently shooting off fireworks from some of the boats. We're gonna be riding the bike. I'm gonna go to visit some of the Harley Davidson dealerships actually in Outer Banks. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna see what we can see. Just excited to be taking a little break off work. I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but over the past couple months, COVID didn't really impact me that much. I mean, there's certain ways that it did, especially when things were really locked down and none of us were going anywhere or doing anything. But I had a job then. I was working remotely, and I was making money and stuff like that. But over the past couple of months, the world's just gone crazy. Things are just like every day. I feel like it's just something new, and it's just there's unbelievable shit. I feel like now things are really hitting people a lot more than they did necessarily, at the start of COVID. At the start of COVID, I feel like we were almost worried about, or those of us that were worried about, just getting sick. Or what happens if I catch COVID? Oh no, COVID, whatever. But, aside from that, I don't feel like recession and stuff like that was much of a thought. And so I'm just excited to take this time, get on the bike, and just get away. I just want to take some time and just relax, because I need some peace in my life right now. And I don't know about you, I don't know what your reason for riding motorcycles is, or maybe you haven't ridden a motorcycle, you're just watching this for shits and giggles, or you know, you're debating getting a bike or whatever. But and I'm sure everybody has a different opinion on this, but for me, motorcycles have always been a way to just let it all go. Like even today, there was a lot of stressful things going on in my life today. I got them worked through, and you know, got on the bike just a little after I was planning to, and here we are. And all of that is behind me now, and we are focusing on the now. Alright everybody, hey, what's happening? Alright, it's getting a little dark out here, so I'm probably not going to film very much, but I had to show somebody this. So we just pulled into North Carolina, across the state line up here in the Smoky Mountains. You may not be able to see him, you may be able to, but this traffic on the left here, oh my god, I cannot, all I can say is I'm glad I'm not stuck in that. I'm not kidding you. Since we got into the Smokies, which has probably been about 15, 20 miles, it has been like this. My mom came this way earlier because she lives in Greensboro, and she was headed home from my house earlier today, and I think this is the accident she was telling me about, and that was over 4 hours ago. So it has been like this, probably continuing to back up for God knows how long, and I am very interested to see how far this goes. But just for posterity, and so people actually believe me, I had to get this on video, and I'm going to turn the camera off now, but I'm kind of keeping track of where this thing ends, and I will tell you about it in the morning, which for you is probably just going to be a couple seconds, but for me is going to be in the morning, because this is probably the last video I will record tonight, because I'm going to my buddy's house. We are going to have some bourbon, and I'm going to go to bed. So yeah, I will update you. We are going to re-record everything I just said, because I'm not sure if my camera was working right or not. I know the 360 was working because I have a lot more visibility to that one, because it's right there, and I can see the screen and everything. But yeah, just in case, you know, obviously the joys of filming while we ride. But yeah, just in case, this is day 2, morning 2, I should say. Actually, I guess it's technically morning 1, because yesterday I didn't leave till 4 p.m. So this is the first morning on the road. As you can see, we got a little fog action going on up here. Well, you may not be able to see it, but I promise you it's there. Yeah, you should definitely be able to see that. Joys of leaving Nashville at 6:30 in the morning. You've got a little fog sometimes. So we are cruising along. Just left my buddy Dave's house in Nashville. Shout out to Dave. Thank you, sir, for letting me borrow your guest room for the evening. Great to see you and catch up. We are headed now to Nags Head, North Carolina, in the Outer Banks. We are about a little under 7 hours away, so says Waze. So we'll see. I'll probably have to make 2 gas stops. One, I'm hoping probably in between Greensboro and Raleigh, and then unfortunately, yeah, because I'm not going to risk that. 436 miles total. I'll probably have to make 1 more stop before I get to Nags Head, which is fine, because gas on the mainland is probably cheaper than it is in Outer Banks anyways, so don't have a problem with that. Getting a nice, you know, pretty much full tank before we get down that way. So yeah, we're gonna go to Nags Head first, check out down there. Love that spot. Go to the pier, maybe grab some probably late lunch by that time. I am gonna stop and eat at my next gas stop, which will, like I said, will probably be in between Raleigh and Greensboro. and then yeah, grab some lunch. We're gonna go check out some Harley dealerships down there in Outer Banks, and then we are going to go up to Northern Outer Banks, which is where I will be spending most of the holiday weekend with some family and friends up there. So yeah, that's all I got for now. Stay tuned, and we'll check in with you just a little bit later on. This is what the ride looks like for about 3 hours after you get out of Raleigh. Well, a little less than that, I guess, because it's about 3 hours from there to the beach. So that last half hour is, you know, fun and interesting. But this is even this part of the drive is even worse at night, honestly, because it's in pitch blackness. Like, it's just no fun. And it's not horrible during the day, but it's just, there's not much to look at. There's not much going on. Just like trees. And it's just like this for, you know, a couple hundred miles. So that's where we're at right now. But this says we will be to the beach by right about 1:30. So we're staying right on that time schedule. We are going to stop one more time because I don't know if you can see it down there. It says 141 miles. And that says so, as you can kind of tell from around me, we're getting much closer. We are about 40 miles from our first stop destination, but we are coming very quickly and ever closer to the edge of the mainland and the bridges leading to Outer Banks. I love this part of town because it's really cool. So yeah, 44 miles to Cape Hatteras National Seashore, which is actually a little further than where our first stop's going to be. We are going to be stopping at Jeanette's Pier in Nag's Head. One of my favorite things about places like this, or Northern Outer Banks, or other parts of Outer Banks, aside from like Nag's Head and Kitty Hawk, those are pretty touristy, which you will see when we get there. But there's so many other places in Outer Banks, especially down at, you know, into the National Seashore and stuff, that are very just coastal towns. You know, it's not overrun by tourism, and it's just beautiful to look at. So when we cross over here in just a few minutes, you'll see the well, probably not even a few minutes from you. You know, you'll see the video of when we're crossing over into the crossing over the Sound, and then we'll come to an island in the middle of the Sound called Roanoke Island, which, if you know, some of you history buffs may know already, but is the original settlement for the Lost Colony, when the first, you know, European settlers came to the U.S. And they stayed here, and then the rest of them went back for, you know, supplies and stuff like that. And they came back I believe it was a couple years later, and there was no trace of them. No trace of them at all, and other than, you know, a carving on a tree. So I believe, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a tree. So that's a cool story. Look into that. I'm a huge history guy, so especially in regions and areas that I think are really cool and that I have personal history with. So I've done quite a bit of reading and stuff about all the cool stories about this area. But you may know some that I don't. So if you got any cool stories about the Outer Banks and Dare County, I'd be very curious to hear them, or even honestly just North Carolina in general. I was actually born in North Carolina. A lot of my family, like I said, still lives in North Carolina. So yeah, it's my home away from home, really. But man, what a beautiful day! What a beautiful day! Cannot beat it. And this is my first time riding a motorcycle into Outer Banks. And I am super excited about that. Since I started riding bikes, I always said I wanted to come to Outer Banks and ride a motorcycle. And I come to Outer Banks usually once or twice every single year. I'd love to come even more than that, but usually it's at least once or twice a year. And I keep saying I'm gonna do it, keep talking about renting them, and this year I just said, fuck it, I am taking my own, and we're gonna make a trip out of this thing and shoot some awesome videos. But man, I love it out here. Every time I come back, you know, even if it's been a year since I've been out here, it feels like it was just yesterday that I was back down here. So it's an awesome feeling. But we are getting pretty close, 20 miles to the pier. Yeah. So yeah, we cross Roanoke Island, and then on the other side of Roanoke is another bridge, a bigger bridge, that takes us to Nag's Head and the official Outer Banks. Well, looks like we got stuck by the drawbridge or something. Oh, yeah, I think we got, it's not a drawbridge here, it's one of the ones that opens and closes, but it may have been that sailboat right there. You see that guy, or that one out there further. They may have both gone through on the same opening. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful out here. You can't argue with this. You're gonna get stuck somewhere. At least it's pretty. It is getting warmer though.
See the pretty lights, so I hit the gas.
Hell yeah.
You see me grabbing like snow, I'm about to spaz. Hit the shimmy, do a dash. Small bills, all cash. Them hips a weapon, darling, what you do with that? It's a hell of a ride, better hold on. Yeah, there's power in my range, word disorder. Yo, they still sleeping on me, tell them doze on. But wake up to a kingdom, that crown is mine. I'm so gone. Yo, they decided to serve my peace. That's ludicrous. Must be new to this. Don't try no foolish shit like poker line. Surprise when it rips your face off. Shocking off. My lyrics came to tase y'all. Flame off. Shoot for the moon. Hit a couple stars. To make these records for you, I hit a couple scars. She love my honest conscious that I get so deep.
Oh yeah.
Till the rhythm gets to know me.
Here we are. We made it. We made it.
Years later with a new life, but I'm still on your lips out of pure imagination. Ain't life.
See where we're at right now. 722 miles. And I didn't start until a couple miles into the trip, so right about 730 miles probably, give or take. And we are here. Yeah. Now we're gonna get some food and a beer. I'm freaking starving.
Cause I'm not around. See, my number didn't change, I'm just not answering right now. Out here Counting blessings, working and never resting. My dreams scare the shit out of me. Can't wait to get them. Big crib, Forbes, this wifey looking gorgeous. From an immigrant with nothing to the best thing U.S. imported. I'm important. I said it, now you know it. Rapping out of closets, burning all those shoulders. Nothing came fast, I earned everything that's coming. Talked to the moon so long, we finally brought the sun in. Better days are coming.
I like it.
Now we get to the sun in. I hear you hating on stunning, 'cause I'm just living life, baby. And I
Outer Banks, Harley Davidson.
oh wow, first they talking shit, now they asking, oh how. Damn, the tables turned. Tell them, know what? Take a look at my life. How's that for a glow up?
Alright, so we did the Outer Banks Harleys and we're back on the road. We are trying to find some food. I did confirm with another golf course. What on earth? I did confirm with the lady at that Harley Davidson dealership that Frog Island is open and it is awesome and great fresh seafood, local here. So we are going to stop by there because it is like literally on the way to where we're going anyways. So we're gonna swing by there and pick something up. I'm so hungry and so thirsty. So we're gonna, that is agenda numero uno now that we have done the dealerships and yeah. Whew. And then basically, I don't even think, that's gonna go pretty quick. I'm just gonna get some food and then I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time there hanging out or whatever else. Because we have friends to catch up with and beers to be drank at the house. So that's what's happening right now. I'm excited about this food and I'll let you know how it is. Peace.
Sky turns gray again. Clouds may cry, lightning might strike, but I'ma shine to the bitter end. Light from the inside, no matter the outside. See, I'm just built different. Whether it's this, it must be that Palian and Babylon lion flying over the valley with a humble brag. This Aries fire about to set it off. Could have been us, but you was playing. Guess I'm way better off. Better days are coming. Through the rain. Now we get to the sun. I hear him hating on stunning, 'cause I'm just living life, baby, and I love it. Oh wow, first they talking shit, now they asking, oh how. Damn, the tables turned. What happened? Tell them, know what? Take a look at my life. How's that for a glow up? 50 grand.
July the 4th. Happy birthday, America. And we have just left Outer Banks. And we are going a different way home today. We're actually not going home today. I'm going to go visit my mom and some other people out in Greensboro, North Carolina. It's about 4.5 hours from Outer Banks. So a nice little ride today. It is warm. It is warm. But hey, can't beat this. The wind is a little cool, which is very nice for riding. And I am just cruising. We're not going crazy today. I'm not trying to do a crazy amount of miles. I'm not trying to, go I'm not trying to burn it up and just get a bunch of stuff knocked out. It's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to spread it up like this. Not that I can't or haven't done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles in one day. But man, if you can split it up a little bit, it's much less taxing. And I like it because you get to just spend more time and just, appreciate stuff. If I find a little roadside attraction I want to stop at, I will stop at it. If I want to stop at a little diner and get some food, I will stop at the diner and get some food. To each their own, I have a lot of respect for people that can get on and just burn 1,000 miles in a day, especially consecutively. That's freaking crazy and awesome. I've never done that much. I've done a little over 700 before, but that is the furthest I have gone in one day. Because like I said, if I don't have to, why? How beautiful is that? Wow. Gotta have some AR. Windmills are so cool. I never really realized how big they were until I went out to Oklahoma to K River and drove past some out there. But yeah, they look so much larger in real life. Anyways, on the road again. We did get our gas. Got our gas a couple minutes ago, and unfortunately I think I'm gonna have to stop again. It is like 250 miles from now, and that's about just a little over what I can usually do. I feel like I usually get probably 225, maybe 215, 225, depending on how I'm going. So we shall see. If not, it won't be the end of the world anyway, because I can get gas, right outside of Greensboro, and then I will be, I'll be basically full tomorrow when I get up, so I won't have to stop before I leave tomorrow morning to go back home. So that'll be nice. How freaking cool is it out here? That's the other thing. I'm glad that I took this route instead of going back the way I came in. I try and do that as much as I can. Just taking a different road. Because there's so much cool stuff to see, and if you don't take the other road, you never see it. Alright. We have basically made it 4.8 miles away. About to get off the freeway here in a minute. Thank God. I'm hot, I need water, my butt hurts, all the fun things. So yeah, this may be this may be it for this evening, because I am not sure how long I'm even going to be awake once I get up here. I'm gonna eat some food, take a shower, maybe have a couple cocktails with my with the fam, and then yeah, I might go to bed. We'll see. Haven't decided yet, but either way, we are almost here. Woo!
The next day.
All right, back on the road. Final day. 450 miles from Greensboro to my house in Nashville. So we are gonna crank that out. I'm not trying to rush it today. I woke up this morning and just could not breathe, and I am actually pretty beat. So we're gonna take it slow. We need to stop, we're gonna stop. If it's getting too hot, it's too hot, and we're gonna chill. I do have to get home at some point today though, because I gotta work tomorrow. So we're gonna get there, but I left myself, excuse me, it's a pretty good gap in time. If I leave at this rate, I should be home about 4:30 or 5, and it's the middle of the summer, so you know the sun's not going down till 7 something. So I've got about a 2.5 hour cushion there if I need to use it before the sun goes down. And even if, you know, for whatever reason, which I cannot imagine that I would be out past that point, at least I'll be kind of close to my house. I just don't, you know, I think I've mentioned it in this video somewhere. I don't see as well at night, so I try to ride at night as little as possible. Yeah, so we're gonna try and make it home before dark, but probably stop out Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area, or maybe even Knoxville to get some food. I really like some restaurants in Knoxville, so we very well may try and push through to there. Alright, well, I know we just left Nashville, but we were up here in the mountains down on these twisties, and we're gonna stop at this rest area. Number one, I've always wanted to stop at it because it's the only one like up here in the mountains, all like on the border almost. But second of all, I think I'm gonna set my alarm for like a 10-minute nap. Find a tree to sit under or something, because I am having a hard time focusing. It's just that constant heat is just beating me down right now. So I'm gonna sit under this tree, drink some of the. I brought some Pedialyte. I'll show it to you when we get up here. But just kind of keep me hydrated and stuff like that. And I've been drinking some water. I didn't want to drink too much water because I don't want to feel sick. So we've been kind of balancing that with the Pedialyte, and obviously I had some, you know, soda back at the Arby's that we were eating at. But yeah, I'm just dragging, and I need a little reset. So we're gonna stop up here and kill 2 birds with one stone. We're gonna go check out this cool little rest area, and then we will also take a little nap for just a few minutes, or at least close my eyes for just a second. I just need to close them for just a minute. I set an alarm just in case, but usually whenever I do this, it, you know, a little 10 or 15 minutes will set me right back on track, and then we can beat home. Cool view. Coming in hot. Oh yeah, we're gonna go sit over there. It'll be awesome. Wish I could park this bike in the shade, but oh well. What do we do? Let's see if this shit is still cold. Oh yeah, you can hear it in there. Still got the ice. Heck yeah. Alright. So find us a shady spot.
Well, here we are. Closing Pedialyte, ice cold. Bike sitting right over there. We found this nice little shade tree, so we're going to sit here, take a little break, and take a little nap for 2 seconds. Close our eyes at least. Feels wonderful under this tree.
She glows. Tennessee welcomes you, entering Cherokee National Forest. Alright, everybody. Well, in the spirit of being back in Tennessee, I think I'm going to put a pause on this guy and end it here. And you know, what a great adventure we had. You know, what a great adventure this weekend was. And that's what it's all about. Getting out, having fun, getting some sun, getting some miles on the bike. Had a great time doing it. Let me know if you got some cool places that you checked out that are would be a good weekend trip from Nashville, because I am trying to find some cool ideas. Go check some other places out this summer. So let me know what you think. And yeah, I look forward to the next episode. Get lost. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know. Happy to answer any questions about Outer Banks or the trip I took. Comment down below, and I'll be happy to answer those. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. If you got any